Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And you have once again the talk of reparations being put on the table for so-called Negroes here in America. And if you so-called Negroes, which are Israelites, if you understood that this is just a voting tactic, this is just what they use to get your attention. If you haven't gotten that yet, then you're worse off than you think. Because these the powers that be that run this country, run this world, you know, they are the wicked. The wicked knows who the righteous is. The righteous are the Israelites, which they hate. You so-called Negroes, along with Hispanics and Native Americans, right? So the wicked knows that, this will get your attention. They understand what type of people you are and what you like and what would interest you. So they throw money on the table. So here it is, this governor, right? Kathy Hochul, this Edomite, this devil, signs legislation to create Slavery Reparations Commission, right? So when you, Salakia, 1 second. So when you look up what that is, right? Right? So let's look it up. It says, what is the Slavery Commission? The Temporary Slave Commission recommendations led to the creation of a League of Nations Slavery Convention of 1926. The convention banned slavery and slave trade and created concrete measures states parties agreed to undertake to eliminate slavery and the slave trade in their territories. So, this is basically these other nations coming together to eliminate the conditions of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, basically making you equal citizens, which you will never be equal citizens because they hate you, right? They despise you, and they don't want to see you have anything. When you came over here in this country in 1619, they knew who you were, right? The scriptures tell you that you would be the tail, and the stranger that is above you shall get up above thee very high, and you shall come down very low. And that's what you see, man. Right? That's what you see. So this is Slavery Reparations Commission. What is the HR 40? This bill establishes the commission to study and develop reparation proposals for African Americans. Everybody in this country knows that so-called Negroes went into slavery on slave ships. They all know. So what do they need to study? It's already, the proof is already out, right? It says to study and develop reparation proposals for African Americans. So they're going to come together, right? They're going to come together. They're going to have a conversation on what they can propose to give you so-called Negroes for your for what they've done to you in slavery since you came over here, which they can put no dollar amount on the rape, rob, murder, theft that they've committed against you so-called Negroes. So basically, they're saying if we give them money, everything could go away. No, that will never happen. Yahweh Shem Shah is going to give us reparations in the form of liquid reparations, man. Right? So let's get that real quick. Right? This is Numbers. Right? Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. This is the true reparations. Numbers 35 and 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land therein, wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. So this land, America, Babylon the Great, is defiled with the blood of the Israelites. It's defiled with the blood of the saints. Right? So it says, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein. How? But by the blood of him that sheddeth, man. So in order to get true reparations, it has to come in the form of liquid reparation, meaning blood. All the blood that was shed from the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that has to be shed from the people that shed it. And who shed it? Chiefly the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, along with these other nations, man. They all came together to shed the blood of the Israelites. So you believe that money is going to, fix that? And they know this. For years, reparations been on the table. They know. But you think they don't have secret meetings saying we ain't giving these niggas nothing? You had a couple of mayors and all that say reparations was already paid because you made a life for yourself here in America. We gave you free education, right? We gave you jobs. You're able to work in the greatest country in the world, so that's your reparations. That's how these devils are, man. Right? Right? They've given money to Israel. Right? Those imposters over there. They've given money to Ukraine. They've given money to the so-called Chinese. Right? But when it comes to you so-called Negroes, hey, they even giving money to so-called migrants, because some of those are our people over here that migrated over here. Some of them are our people, Northern Kingdom. But when it comes to giving those countries and the migrants money, it's simple. But when it comes to giving so-called Negroes, money for slavery that everybody knows happened for sure, and it's in the history books, now you gotta, bring up a commission and have studies and talks and propose and see how you can, make it happen. But none of that's going to take away from the fact that you have a judgment coming to you, right? And the Lord, you can give us more than what, and like I said earlier, you can put no dollar amount on what happened, from the time we came over here on slave ships to now. You can put no dollar amount on it, right? They threw amounts out there, 4.7 trillion, right? 2 trillion, whatever. That's not nearly enough. So what has to happen? What I just read. The blood of them that shed our blood has to be shed, man. And the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is going to make that happen. So going back, right, to the video. Let me get another one. This is Job chapter 20, verse 10. And it reads, his children, meaning the wicked, right, the powers that be, right, those ancestors, the ancestors, right, the children of the wicked's ancestors, which are the wicked that you see on the earth today, it says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods, man. So anything that you took from us, we're going to get back anyway. And we wasn't rich through money, through your FRNs. You have the Israelites' wealth, the gold, the silver, all our you know, what they call it, unique treasures, man. You have it stuck in your Vatican, right? In your underground, you know, asylums, whatever, right? You have all of these things in your hand to this day, right? But it says his children shall seek to please the poor. Yeah, in these last days, these devils are gonna try to pacify Negroes to try to, you know, offset prophecy, but it ain't gonna happen, right? So let's play this, man, because like I said earlier, these devils, they know you so-called Negroes, this is a hot topic for you, man. Just the fact that you can think that I can get some money and become rich overnight or shut Negroes' mouths, man. You won't care about nothing else, man. You got some money, right? Which we don't give a shit about your money, man. The men of the Lord, we don't care about your money, man. We want to get out of here, man. We want to see you devils fall, right? So let's play it, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing to elect the other five. Shalom.
Governor Hochul says it is time for New Yorkers to face the conversation about the state's history with slavery.
She signed legislation today creating a committee to consider reparations for slavery. CBS 2's Natalie Dudridge has more.
Right the wrongs of the past.
Governor Hochul signed a bill Tuesday authorizing the creation.
And she said, right the wrongs of the past. You can't do that, man. The only way that's going to happen is what I just read, man. Your blood is going to be shed, man.
Of a community commission that will study the history of slavery in New York State and what reparations could look like.
And you know the history of slavery, right? And look at this. Anytime this nigga is involved, it's always dealing with money, and it's about a bunch of bullshit, man. Now here you go. You got all of these so-called Negroes right here, which these niggas are a bunch of sellouts as well. You know, these ain't your everyday so-called Negroes, man. These the ones that live up in the hills that, you know, quote unquote made it in this society, man. And they rubbing arms with these devils, man. And they know that this is not, they're all in league with each other. Because they are so-called white devils and you got so-called black devils, man. They all deceive the poor of you so-called Negroes, man, to make you think there's hope. You know? Let's go.
You can see the unreckoned with impacts of slavery in things such as Black poverty, Black maternal mortality.
Activists like Nicole Carty say it's a long time coming. She helped advocate for the bill sponsored by Assemblywoman Michaelle Salages after the racially motivated Buffalo, New York mass shooting.
We saw that monster come into a community and kill 12 Black New Yorkers.
The signing took place on the Upper West Side at the New York Historical Society, just down the hall from the Frederick Douglass exhibit. Slavery was abolished in New York in 1827 and officially across the U.S. in 1863.
Has it really been abolished? No. Are so-called Negroes still slaves here in America? Yes. Just because you can work, right? Just because you have a nice house and you're able to buy a car and you're able to, come and go, so to speak, as you please. That don't mean you free, man. What did the Lord say? Because, the Lord's word stands. That's the final word. Nothing is higher than the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. Right? So let's get it. This is Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. And it says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. So we still slaves here to this day. It says, wherein thou hast scattered us. We scattered. This ain't our land, man. America is not our land, man. Right? Our homeland is Israel. Right? Jerusalem. It said, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. So we still under curses. We are still under curses, man. These are the curses of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that he put on us. So you think money is going to bring us out of the curses? You think because they sign a fucking bill, you think you free? Right? That devil talking about right the wrongs of the past. You can't do it, devil. It says, let me start it from the top. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, the Lord, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments. You still paying taxes. You still paying taxes, man. You pay taxes on everything. Can you imagine if so-called Negroes, why they didn't do that first? So-called Negroes don't pay taxes here in America. On nothing. No food. No, they don't pay rent. They don't do nothing. Who built this country, man? So-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. So why are they being taxed the most? Because they the poor. We are the poor, man. So it says, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, man. Because we went into slavery because our forefathers, was disobedient to the Lord's commandments, man. We did what was wrong in the sight of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It said, which departed from the Lord our power, man. So we are yet this day in our captivity, right? When you read First Esdras, right, chapter 8. Let's get it. First Esdras, chapter 8, verse 76. For ever since the time of our fathers, we have been and are in great sin. You niggas commit sin day and night, man. You done made it a culture to be in sin, man. Right? It says, even unto this day. And for our sins, and our fathers, we with our brethren and our kings and our priests were given up unto the kings of the earth, to the sword, and to captivity, and for a prey with shame unto this day. That's the conditions that we're in right now. That's our reality right now. We're the lowest of the low. Nobody respects us, man. We don't respect ourselves, man. We hate each other. Why? Because this was all a curse that was put on us from the Heavenly Father, man. Right? So let's keep going.
But it was followed by racially segregating practices like Jim Crow and redlining, denying loans to people.
Oh yeah, don't Salakia. Jim Crow, you know how bad it was. You couldn't even look at these devils, man. You get hung just for looking at them. You know, the so-called white woman, that damn devil, she damn Sheetamite, right? She lied and say you looked at her, you raped her. Oh, that's it for you, man. They're gonna castrate you, lynch you, burn you, eat you, all that, man. Redlining that still goes on to this day. You got so-called Negroes that can't buy a building, right? Got all these super rich so-called black people, but nobody has any property or land to where they can start their own businesses, man. They'll give them a little bullshit barbershop or a nail salon, a corner store, have a little boutique or something, right? But let you try to, buy 100,000 acres of land and build a city for yourself, man. What you think gonna be the outcome of that, man? It's gonna get burned down, just like Rosewood or Black Wall Street, right? Same thing gonna happen. You Negroes, they pull a wall over your eyes, man, and you don't want to take it off, right? You just love to be blind, stupid, and dumb, man. So the Lord is about to step in. Because America's on its way out. America is on its way out, man.
Based on race and neighborhoods, impacting generations.
One of the greatest housing programs that we can have in this country, and Black New Yorkers were excluded from that.
We still see blacks making 70 cents to every dollar whites make.
Leaders like Al Sharpton say the commission comes at a challenging time in America. A 2021 Pew Research survey,
and that's what they do. They make you believe that they're changed, which this devil can't change, right? She holding the Israelite baby. She got a bunch of damn black women here with the damn African scarves on, right? This is a full joke, man. This is a full joke, right? But our people, they love it so. This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. Yeah, you don't go to the Lord for counsel, man. You go to the counsel of these devils, asking for damn reparations, thinking that that's going to solve everything, man, and make everything better. It says, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. Yeah, what spirit you cover with? The spirit of America, Babylon the Great, man. It says, that they may add sin to sin, because that's what you're doing. You taking hold of Babylon, and you putting the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua behind you, man. It says, that walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. Yeah, you strengthen yourselves with the strength of America, man. America's going to be our hope. We're going to trust in America. Right? It says, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh, the strength of these devils, the leaders of this country, right? Therefore, since you trust in them, right? It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh, the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion, man. Because this has been on the table for the longest, man. This reparations talk been going on for years upon years upon years, and Negroes have been saying the same thing, and so-called white people have been saying the same thing, right? And this is all to get your fucking votes, man. Right? We're going to jump down. Let's jump to verse 12. It says, wherefore Thus saith the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression. That's what you do. You trust in oppression. You trust in what your enemies that you're under, what they say about you, man. Right? You trust in their ways. You trust that they're going to make the right choice. Right? It says the right decision, rather. It says, because you despise this word, you despise the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. What did he tell you? To turn to him, to look for him for help. It says, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, man. Swelling out of a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly and at an instant, man. So you got hell coming to you for trusting in oppression, for trusting in America, man. America's going to be your shame. America's going to keep you confused. America's going to turn on you and show its true colors on how they really feel about you so-called Negroes, man. And that's right around the corner, man. The Lord going to put a spirit on Esau, Edom, and he's going to tell you, get the hell out of his face before he puts you to death. Then you're going to know that this devil never liked you, man. Never liked you. Let's go. I got two more. We're going to shut it down. Salaki.
Showed 77% of Black Americans support reparations, compared with only 18% of white Americans.
We do have a governor who is honest enough to say out loud that this was hard.
The committee will be made up of 9 members who will be appointed over the next 6 months. They'll have a year to draft the report before presenting it to the public.
Our generation desires leaders who are willing to confront our true history.
The next generation hopeful this groundbreaking moment will shed some light on a dark past. On the Upper West Side, Natalie Duddridge, CBS 2 News.
So there it is. Let's get it, man. Psalms 118:8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. Yes, it's better to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua than to put confidence in your enemies, man. Your main enemy at that. Verse 9. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. Yeah, these lawmakers, these governors, these mayors, right? These senators, these government officials, these lawmakers, right? What did the Lord say? Psalms 146 and verse 3. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. You ain't gonna get no help, man. Let's just say they did give you reparation. What the hell? You think your position is going to change here in America, Babylon the Great? You think they're gonna look at you different? No. Reparations will not come, man. Not in the form of FRNs. We're going to get the true reparations from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and that's right around the corner, man. Trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I wanted to go into that. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I hope y'all was edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.